If you're over 60, one simple, sweet habit could silently raise your stroke risk while you sleep. No symptoms, no warning. You fall asleep feeling fine, but wake up slurring your words, struggling to stand, or unable to move one side of your body. As a brain doctor, I've seen this happen far too often, not from smoking or junk food, but from something many seniors believe is healthy: fruit. Every day, millions of older adults eat fruit to support heart and brain health, but according to the National Institute on Aging, stroke remains a leading cause of death after 60, and some fruits can make that risk worse by spiking blood pressure or interacting dangerously with medications. That's why in today's video from Golden Aging Health, I'll walk you through 3 fruits to avoid after 60, especially if you're on blood thinners or heart medications. You'll also discover safer, senior-friendly options that support your brain, heart, and circulation without the hidden risks. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. Ready to protect your health? Let's begin with the first fruit that raises stroke risk and the shocking story of a retired teacher who thought she was eating smart.
Fruit number 1, bananas, the potassium overload. Let me tell you about a fruit almost every senior eats, often with breakfast, that could quietly raise your stroke risk overnight: bananas. They're soft, sweet, and are often labeled a super snack. But for adults over 60, especially those taking blood pressure meds or living with reduced kidney function, bananas can quietly shift from helpful to harmful when eaten too often. Why? It all comes down to potassium overload. Bananas are naturally rich in potassium. One medium banana packs about 422 milligrams, a good thing for younger adults. But for older adults, potassium becomes harder to manage. As we age, kidney function declines, even in people without diagnosed kidney disease. That means the body may struggle to remove excess potassium from the blood. According to the National Kidney Foundation, this buildup can lead to a condition called hyperkalemia. Symptoms often go unnoticed at first, but over time it can cause muscle weakness, an irregular heartbeat, and in severe cases, stroke-like symptoms or even cardiac arrest. The Mayo Clinic echoes this concern, warning that elevated potassium can disrupt heart rhythm and trigger sudden slurred speech, fatigue, or even temporary paralysis, all of which can mimic or even lead to an actual stroke in seniors. Now here's where the risk grows. Many seniors are prescribed medications like ACE inhibitors, like lisinopril, ARBs, such as losartan, or potassium-sparing diuretics like spironolactone. These drugs already raise potassium levels to help manage blood pressure or heart conditions. But if you add a banana or 2 on top of that, you're creating the perfect storm for potassium overload. It's like your body is a bucket that's nearly full, and bananas are the extra pour that makes it overflow. I remember one case vividly. Robert, a 74-year-old retired teacher, was healthy, active, and very disciplined about his lifestyle. He wanted to stay regular, so he began eating 2 bananas a day with breakfast, right alongside his ACE inhibitor and daily heart pill. At first he felt fine, but soon he became unusually tired, then lightheaded, and one morning he slurred his words and stumbled trying to get out of bed. At the ER, his blood potassium was sky high, his heart rhythm was off, and while he thankfully avoided a full stroke, his doctors told him the combination of bananas and meds was the culprit. That's why bananas, though nutritious in moderation, can be one of the most dangerous fruits for seniors when eaten in excess, especially if you're taking certain medications. So what's a safer, brain-friendly choice? Try berries, especially blueberries and raspberries. They're lower in potassium, packed with antioxidants, and according to Harvard School of Public Health, people who eat them regularly have a 32% lower risk of heart attacks. Plus, they don't interact with blood pressure or heart medications. Just half a cup a few times a week may offer powerful protection without the hidden dangers. Sometimes it's the small swaps that make the biggest difference, especially after 60.
But not all fruits appear threatening. The next one looks refreshing, yet it can actually leave your brain cells dehydrated while you sleep, quietly increasing your stroke risk by morning. Fruit number 2, pineapple, the dehydrating trap. Did you know that one of the juiciest fruits on your plate could actually be drying out your brain and raising your stroke risk while you sleep? It sounds strange, but for many seniors, that fruit is a pineapple. Pineapple is bright, tropical, and feels refreshing. But beneath the sweetness is a combination of natural sugars and enzymes that may pose risks for people over 60, especially those on heart or blood pressure medications. 1 cup of pineapple contains around 16 grams of natural sugar. These sugars are absorbed quickly, and that spike can act like a mild diuretic, drawing water out of your system. When you eat it late in the day, this can make overnight dehydration worse. The National Institute on Aging explains that even mild dehydration in older adults can thicken the blood slightly, reducing circulation and raising the risk of clot-related strokes, especially during sleep when blood pressure naturally drops. On top of that, pineapple contains bromelain, a powerful enzyme that may interfere with how your body processes blood thinners like aspirin and warfarin. According to the American Heart Association, combining bromelain with these medications can increase the risk of internal bleeding or alter how your blood clots, both dangerous for stroke-prone seniors. So while pineapple might look like a healthy choice, it can dehydrate your system if eaten too close to bedtime, spike your blood sugar right before sleep, and potentially interfere with your stroke or heart meds. That's a triple hit you don't want to take, especially not while sleeping. So, looking for a safer sweet snack? Try pear slices or a few cubes of watermelon, ideally earlier in the evening. Both have high water content, are easier on the blood sugar curve, and don't contain enzymes that interfere with medication. Better yet, they'll help keep your brain hydrated while you rest. Have you ever noticed that certain fruits make you feel thirstier or dizzy at night? Let us know in the comments. Your experience might help someone else avoid a hidden danger. Up next is a fruit commonly praised for its heart benefits, yet it may quietly thicken your blood and raise stroke risk, especially if you're over 60. Fruit number 3, grapes, the blood-thickening surprise. Barbara, a 69-year-old former librarian, thought she was doing everything right. She swapped out cookies for red grapes, sipped grape juice instead of soda, and believed it was a smart move for her heart. But after months of feeling more sluggish and experiencing mild chest tightness, her doctor found something unexpected. Her blood was unusually thick, and her clotting markers were elevated. The likely trigger? Grapes. Now that might sound strange, right? After all, grapes, especially red and purple varieties, are often marketed as heart healthy, and they do contain resveratrol, an antioxidant linked to improved blood flow in younger adults. But here's what most seniors don't hear. Grapes are also high in natural sugars and tannins, and their skin compounds can interact with certain blood medications, especially anticoagulants and platelet inhibitors like clopidogrel. According to the Journal of Geriatric Cardiology, grape skin extract may reduce platelet responsiveness in some, while in others it may amplify clotting, depending on the dose and medication type. This unpredictable response can quietly lead to thicker blood or slower circulation, both key risk factors for stroke after 60. Even more, the high fructose content in grapes can raise blood viscosity when consumed in excess, particularly when paired with dehydration or low water intake. This is especially concerning during evening hours, when the body naturally slows circulation and is more prone to clotting. While grapes are refreshing, they can pose a triple threat for seniors: elevated blood sugar and viscosity, unpredictable interaction with clotting medications, and dehydration-related blood thickening, especially when eaten at night. This doesn't mean you need to cut grapes out entirely, but it does mean portion control and timing matter. So what's a smarter approach? Eat grapes earlier in the day, when your circulation is more active and hydration levels are better. Stick to a small handful, not a full bowl, to avoid sugar overload and minimize clotting risk. Try pomegranate seeds or sliced apples instead. They're rich in fiber, support heart health, and help stabilize blood sugar without interfering with blood-thinning medications. Some fruits that seem healthy can cause unexpected effects, like spiking blood sugar or interfering with medications. If that's happened to you, share your experience in the comments. It might help another viewer stay safe.
So, let's take a moment to recap the 3 surprising fruits that may quietly raise your stroke risk overnight, especially if you're over 60. Bananas, when combined with blood pressure meds or kidney issues, can lead to dangerous potassium overload. Pineapple, eaten late in the day, may dehydrate your brain, spike blood sugar, and interfere with blood thinners. Grapes, though praised for heart health, can thicken the blood and clash with medications if portioned or timed poorly. These aren't bad fruits, but they're risky when eaten the wrong way at the wrong time, especially for seniors on certain medications or with heart or kidney concerns. The good news? There are safer alternatives that still taste great and actually support your brain, heart, and circulation, like berries for antioxidant protection, pears and watermelon for gentle hydration, and apples or pomegranate seeds to provide steady energy and help stabilize blood sugar without interfering with your medications. It's all about making smart swaps and eating with awareness. Small changes can lead to major improvements in how you feel and how you age. If this video helped you understand hidden stroke risks in your diet, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more doctor-backed advice on healthy aging, smarter food choices, and stroke prevention after 60. You have the power to age well, live smart, and protect your brain, one bite at a time.